And I'm exercising my discretion to decide to suspend the meeting of the House indefinitely. The House is accordingly adjourned sine die.
And I believe that even if Mr. Speaker disagrees with the Supreme Court, he knows what to do. Suffice to state, at the risk of being repetitive, that we were not disrespectful of the chair. When the Speaker made his pronouncement and the majority caucus disagreed with Mr. Speaker, we didn't cause commotion here. We left quietly and told Mr. Speaker that the right place to express those grievances will be at the court.
You have some trendy beam. Now, a cabe was me, and 2 months. Now, a barber to a bar, election in Barber Coso, and I will be a near brigidi, and before near brain. And this is for so there, almost big date in the woman in the Mamma GC, you know. Name him send some Kakrebu parliamentar, and easy MPP's MP, and the NDC MPs, you know, and Tawantaka Krebu or Honim painful, Kululu Bini connection, Bini Akataka Sebu, and then Dana, as a tenant speaker. Esi in seminal, not judges, no lawyers, or bum, or mubum, no be in seminal. Nana, I don't know, my gun, Hano be a can be any another se country near to two. I tried the brand neighbor Cosu or Parliament House, in Tiano Pay theatre radio stations now. Or would they come before so a dear assembly in Abba said, who is Suka, your man farmer, and man parliament. I feel so much your mind. I friend land guarded you a chair, and a bodyguard you a chair, or man parliament to, and almost so better parliament to medias and bloggers, you know, your mamma. And I feel so MP be a boss search from head to toe. Me chese feet to be pronounce. You better search you say be and why as you say or man for be uncle could bond there or medical bobby pain or parliament 20 any tia. Nano na ye who will be as a rade moana into Quan Cuisine about to be babrunya beba, would you be and Cuisi or parliament or Nano na. And this for MPs in the can't on what MPs, MPP MPs in the city, you know, and this phone could give me enough 5. Now, MPP for MPs in Sura Hono. Almost almost as any Sadia, almost every free parliament or Emma Pinche Kakraba Mupi, Satamna Speaker of Parliament, Yametanasi Candidia, and Numina Casacasano, a foot to assembly man on Betanasi, not to say, and no man of course was Speaker of Parliament, I can't assemble boko, and Tinef and Semesi see one of the not any idea. The new purpose to and Nina, Bibia for daddy, and Tianquanian Speaker of Parliament, Nisembi or the two MPs in Manasa Gun and Yanquanian could be Emla.
Honorable members, yesterday I received a process from the Supreme Court, which is a ruling from the Supreme Court pursuant to an ex parte application directing Parliament to recognize and allow the 4 affected members of Parliament to duly represent their constituents and conduct full scope of duties of their offices as members of Parliament pending the final determination of a suit filed by Honorable Alexander Afenyo Markin. By Article 102 of the Constitution, 1992, and Order 64.1 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, I note that we currently have a quorum to transact business, but not to take decisions. I want to read the said Article 102 of the Constitution. It reads, a quorum of Parliament, apart from the person presiding, shall be 1/3 of all the members of Parliament. As presently constituted, the numbers definitely is far above 1/3 of the members of Parliament. But by Article 104, the numbers are not sufficient for us to take decisions. And I'll quote Article 104. Article 1041 says, except as otherwise provided in this Constitution, matters in Parliament shall be determined by the votes of the majority of members present and voting, with at least half of all the members of Parliament present. Honorable members, we don't have at least half of all the members of Parliament present. Consequently, in view of the current circumstances, the fact that there is a question on the composition and constitution of Parliament, and having regard to the public interest and the exigencies of the state of affairs in Parliament, I will proceed to, in accordance with Standing Orders 59, adjourn the House indefinitely. That is, sine die. I want to quote Standing Orders 59:1. It says, the Speaker may, in consultation with leadership, suspend a meeting of the House indefinitely or for a period determined by the Speaker, having regard to the public interest and the exigencies of the state of affairs in the country. Honorable members, I have consulted leadership, and I am exercising my discretion to decide to suspend the meeting of the House indefinitely. The House is accordingly adjourned sine die.
On the Supreme Court. On Sunday, the minority leader, my respected colleague, Dr. Forson, led the minority caucus in a press conference whereupon they told Ghanaians that today they will come and occupy our seats by their own proclamation. MPP, our tradition, is a law. Our forebears always use the courts to correct the wrong. Since 1992, our leaders have always used civil advocacy and the courts to ensure that we get the peace that we have today. On top of my head, I can recall the era where we used thumbprint ID cards and we used opaque ballot boxes. All these are things of the past today because of MPP. Today we have a very transparent of the advocacy of our forebears. It's out there in leadership. The country is hereby informed that we will not give that lawless platform that NDC is seeking. We will not give them that platform. We will not give them that theater they so aggressively seek. They disrupt democracy and to destroy our nation. We know there are innocent people out there, innocent Ghanaians going about their business, innocent Ghanaians in the academia, innocent Ghanaians who are struggling to get 3 square meals on the table for their families. We care about them. We understand that there is politics, but we must do it in a civil manner. We believe that the appropriate thing is to quietly yield and wait upon Mr. Speaker. After all, the ruling was directed at Parliament and the Speaker. not an individual MP. Yesterday, the bailiff of the Supreme Court served Parliament of Ghana through the legal directorate. The director of the legal department received the ruling of the court. So, in other words, Mr. Speaker is on constructive notice, or maybe I should say actual notice of the ruling of the court. We have to leave it there and respect Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker has been part of our democracy since 1992. He's a senior lawyer. He's practiced in our court. And I believe that even if Mr. Speaker disagrees with the Supreme Court, he knows what to do. Suffice to state, at the risk of being repetitive, that we were not disrespectful of the chair. When the Speaker made this pronouncement and the majority caucus disagreed with Mr. Speaker, we didn't cause commotion here.
And no course on your Quackshab, and I come say, hi, good news TVGH, mon subscribe to our channel. Now, comment or comment section boss said the baby to me a year no mamma. And some I quantity the course of parliament near Dadum Yamiasi. Say Anya Casacasana be aqua de ye chain 2 months and so enche na a draw baton so ebecoso. You himself do Yambesiam Naco may come and say Muncoso and subscribe to our channel. Me, I'm betting I've been Mediana Kalala, Macama.